What if I told you the Bears might finally have the answer to their offensive woes lurking outside the Windy City? Could the addition of an elite guard set in motion a glorious renaissance for Day Bears, breathing life into an offense shrouded in mediocrity since the days of Walter Payton? Hit that like button. Don't get caught in the past subscribe because you're not going to want to miss this. And right now, let's unravel the whispers echoing through Hollis Hall. Those shadows that hint at a monumental shift in our gritty Bears narrative. Insiders are buzzing. A tantalizing name is emerging from the mist, Chris Lindström. Yes, you heard it right. The same Chris Lindström who's quietly carved his name into the fabric of the NFL. A name that's like sweet music to the ears of fans craving a turnaround. For 6 long years, he's toiled in the dim background of Atlanta's offense, a powerhouse on a team that spiraled into postseason darkness well before our last championship glory. Can you feel the pulse quicken? This isn't just another rumor, folks. It's a prospect that promises to fortify our offensive line, a promise that could unleash the full potential of our quarterbacks and tailbacks in ways we've only fantasized about since the days of a dominant Hester leading the charge. Lindström's stats don't lie, only 3 sacks allowed over the last 3 seasons and the distinction of being the top-graded guard from the almighty Pro Football Focus League. He's not just an ordinary player. He's been the rock upon which the Falcons have built their run game, paving the way for rising stars like Bijan Robinson. Imagine that skill set infused into our lineup, awakening a dormant offense that echoes with the longing of generations. Think about it. How many times have we watched the heartbreaking missteps on the field? The flickering flame of hope that dies out long before it could ignite a bonfire of success? The ghosts of 06 and 18 come rushing back, don't they? You feel the tension in your gut, the urgency for change. It's palpable. What if Lindström walks into Soldier Field, dons that iconic blue and orange, and suddenly you see the gargantuan holes opening up, allowing a free-for-all for our running backs? The chain reactions of success are endless, but the stakes are high. What could happen if he clicks with our playmakers? Or flip the script. What if this backfires, and we're left with yet another blockbuster signing that falls flat in our unforgiving city? You can hear the whispers of doubt already creeping into the hearts of the most loyal fans. We've been burned before, but this feels different, doesn't it? As the excitement builds around one simple name, we can't help but journey back through painful memories. Where we long for that defensive magic, that offensive fire, are we destined to repeat history? Or can we turn the page? What if the winds really have shifted? What if this is our moment, our last best shot at rising through the ashes into glory? As I leave you with this thought, the landscape of the Bears' future is swirling in shadows. Who will grab the torch? Will it be Lindström? Or will we find ourselves lost in the darkness again? Stay tuned, my friends, because with this move, everything could unravel. Part 2 is coming, and you won't want to miss where we go next. Listen up, Bears fans. If you can still believe after all the heartbreak, after all the twisted limbs of fate that have haunted us like a bad ghost story, then let me hear you roar. It's time to rally once again, to stand united under the blue and orange, and shout from the rooftops, because the essence of being a Bears fan isn't just in the wins, but in the relentless spirit that drives us through the despair. Now, take a moment to think about what this season represents. The promise of potential coursing through our veins like a shot of Chicago's finest hot, turbulent, flickering with both the risk of burn and the ecstasy of victory. We face a reckoning. The whispers from Hollis Hall suggest a shift, perhaps a leap into uncharted, exhilarating territory, or a dizzying spiral that flings us back through the gates of despair. The front office has been busy, perhaps even too busy, frantically stacking pieces that look good on paper, but could cost us the heart of what it means to wear that jersey with pride. Have they given us hope, only to lead us blindfolded to another showdown against destiny? You can bet the rival fans, especially the Packers, are gleefully polishing their trophies while watching us twist in the wind, laughing at our costs. There, relish in the tumult, while Lions and Vikings fans feast on their own ambitions, getting ready to pounce should the opportunity arise. But what if we pull the veil back and discover there's a diamond in this rough? Just imagine if we harness that raw, untamed energy, igniting the fire that once led us to the glories of '85, when Singletary danced through chaos, and the win was written in the stars. Remember Hester, setting Soldier Field ablaze with every kickoff return, painting legendary moments that ignited hope and vanquished doubt. We've tasted the ashes of disappointments in 2006, where the dreams of a championship turned to dust, and how we fought valiantly in 2010, only to tumble into the abyss of near misses and double doinks that have since marked us like scars in a soldier's flesh. This team is trying to carve their own legacy, but every misstep resonates with the echoes of our past. Each dropped ball, each half-hearted tackle, each game slipping through our fingers like sand on a windy January day. At the lakefront, you can feel the anxiety permeating the locker room, where fiercely competitive minds grapple with their ambitions and their fears. Are they haunted by the impending echoes of past failures, or do they feel the heady rush of hope rising within them? As they gear up for this season, the question looms larger than life. Are we forging a future or merely rewriting the same tired narrative, where hopeful dreams crash against the harsh reality of fourth-quarter collapses? Each passing game feels like our collective heartbeat, racing with the uncertainty of who we are and who we might become. And here we are, teetering on the precipice of chaos, the weight of our history resting squarely on our shoulders. Legacy of Ehrlicher's ferocity, the thrill of past glory, and the agony of missed chances. It's all culminating to this moment. Now, imagine the piercing silence of the crowd as we stand on the cusp of yet another season filled with the intoxicating cocktail of anticipation and dread. As I look around this bar, surrounded by familiar faces, I can feel the mixture of excitement and fear, a perfect storm ready to break. The question isn't just whether we'll win. It's whether we'll find a way to believe again, to trust this team to guide us through the storm towards the light. So, what happens if they falter? What if our hopes, once soaring, come crashing down the same way they always do? As we await the season's first snap, at this very moment we are standing at the crossroads. The chaotic symphony of hope and despair plays out before us, and we must decide, as Chicago Bears fans, whether we will rise again or succumb to the ghosts of our past. Will we break the cycle, or are we destined to keep living through the torment? Grab your beer, keep your eyes on the horizon, because something tells me the storm is brewing, and we're not out of the woods yet.